Hello, everyone, and welcome to VintageBoothPro.com. My name is Crystal, and I love sharing all the ins and outs, good, bad, everything about having a vintage booth. And today I'm going to share with you my October sales, and I'm going to show you what sold over, I think, $20. So if you like this type of content, if you like knowing all about vintage booths and craft booths, antique booths, whatever you want to call it, any place where you like rent a space in a larger mall type thing. This channel is for you, and our Facebook group might be for you as well. Just over on Facebook, it's a free group. I post daily what's sold, and other people in the group also tell what they sold. So it's kind of demystifying the whole antique booth industry because we really never know what other people are selling unless we're working there, every day, every minute of every day. So it's a great educational group. We're also sharing displays and just getting ideas from other vendors from around the world. So it's a really great, fun educational group. I highly recommend you join. And all you have to do is jump over there, answer a few questions, and I will let you in. But today I'm going to go over my October sales and show you what sold over 20, like I said. But if you like that kind of content, I have some other playlists just for my stuff. I feel like my stuff gets kind of boring sometimes. So I've been asking our group to submit what they've sold over $50. And so coming up soon, I'm going to share with you what they sold over $50 in October. So be sure you have the bell notification on so you are the first to get any new videos from me. Oh, and also you can join my email list, which I try to remember to automatically send the email whenever I submit a video on YouTube. So just a few ways for you to stay involved. So, before I really get started, I wanted to share this poll that I shared on the community tab on my Facebook channel. And I'm just thinking about next year. Like, what are your goals per month for your booth? Have you even started thinking about that? I was watching another YouTuber that has a booth and is in our group, and she was talking about goals for next year. I'm like, "Ugh, this has been a hard year. I just want to make it through this year. There's just been so much going on. But we do need to think about that. And I had been thinking about creating something in the group that indicates, are you a 2X or a 3X or a 10X? So I wanted to see what is the most attainable goal for you on a monthly basis? What's something that you can see yourself doing consistently? And 49% of the people that responded, which were only 37 people, so take that, as you will. But only 49% of the people said that they felt like they could 2X rent, and that's the majority. 38% of the responders said that they felt like they could 3X rent. And then 5X rent, which seems to be the ultimate goal, is only 14%. It seems to be the ultimate goal for like making it into a full-time type of thing. There are so few people that are actually living on their booth income as full-time unless you're retired and you have other sources of income coming in. It's just not something that you can really do full-time, and I'd like to figure out how we can change that. And hopefully this channel and this group is helping make our way to that, because I do see people making $4,000 and $5,000 a month in the group, and that's awesome. It's a lot of work, but it's awesome. It's fun to celebrate other people's success, which is one thing I love, love, love about our group. So let me know in the comments below, where do you lie? What's an attainable goal for you? Is it it's 2Xing rent? Is it 3Xing rent? And is it making rent? And trust me, I've been there. So nothing bad about that at all. And on the flip side of that is, should your rent be the catalyst of what we're basing our goals on? Should it be something else? So let me know your thoughts. Rent is just an easy thing to do. It is, and there are people that say, "Well, I 10X my rent every month." Well, their rent might be $25 a month. You have to know what your rent is before you really can judge people on how they're doing. But it's just one of those things in the industry that is fairly well known. So just let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about it. And we will get into my October sales update. I will tell you, September was better for me. October was just kind of one that I was just happy to make it through. 67 items sold. $1,056.99 total sales, which means $105.70 in commissions. I had $30.61 in credit card fees. My rent for my 12 by 12 booth is $432. And I did that horrible little $5 sidewalk sale that I had to pay to be a part of. I can link that into where I talk about how horrible that experience was. And so I did end up with a $483.68 check, which is, I think I should start doing, did I make my car payment? Because I didn't. It's very helpful. Like it's almost there, which is huge. And that might be my goal. Just make my car payment with my vintage booth proceeds. So my cost of goods, I didn't really keep very good track of it. So I really just estimated on a lot of the things. And some of the things I'd had for so long, I forgot. Um, Inventory system is something I really, really struggle with because, when you're a vintage booth owner, you're probably running as a sole proprietor and it really only matters cash in and cash out. Cash in, or, how much you're spending and how much money you're making when it comes to taxes. So I'm just terrible at it. The store fees, which is rent, credit card fees, all those things I went through before, was $573.31, which is so much. And so my final profit, $176.38. Not good, not great at all. So let's move away from that slide. Okay, so looking at the numbers is some of my favorite things to do, and something you should definitely be doing. Go into your sales report and try to categorize your sales and see if anything stands out that would make you know to stock more of, things like that. You can tell so much from your numbers, and that is the number one way to improve month after month. So one thing I like to focus on, one of my buyer personas that I mentioned in my buyer persona video is Atlanta Alice, I think was her name. So my local girl, she is proud of her hometown and likes to show it off. So I do come from I don't come from, but I currently live in a town with an interesting name, and I kind of have some crude stickers that have sold out, which tells you maybe, I don't know, but I do need to order some of those because those are the best sellers, the crude ones, of course. So I did sell $20 in those stickers, and that is because I ran out and I need to order some more, and $55 in t-shirts. I have lowered the price to $10, and I was giving some away during the sidewalk sale to some fellow booth owners for $5. Halloween, of course, is October, so that and those sold up till the day, and even after, I'm still selling some Halloween stuff on clearance. So $67 in Halloween sales. And believe it or not, Christmas. So I did get Christmas in. I forget exactly what, towards the end of the month, when you're trying to start clearancing out Halloween and bringing Christmas in. And I saw somebody comment in our group that Christmas really sells in November. So get it out as early as possible. I know there are people who will wait till Thanksgiving to get Christmas out, and I understand that, of course. Totally fine. Do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying, in October, I sold $52 of in Christmas items. So it might be worth it just to get a few things out. Sales breakdown. I like to do this just, what sold under $20. That's the biggest, the Pac-Man here. 88% of the items in my booth were under $20. Between $20 and $49, 7.5% of the sales. And I think this is like between 50 and 100, and it doesn't even show the percentage. It was small. And then over 100, 3% of the sales. I had two big furniture pieces that sold, which really saved my October. Thank goodness for those furniture pieces, which I will show you at the end. Okay, so you've probably already seen some of these if you watch my weekly What Sold videos, so you can feel free to skip through this part. But what sold over 20, this really cool Sears scale is very crusty and rusty, like it had been left outside, and I purchased it for $3 at a yard sale. This Curio cabinet that you see in the back here, I got it for free, and I don't know, no one ever looked in there. No one ever bought anything out of there. So as I was redoing my booth for the specific buyer personas, I decided it really didn't fit any of the personas. I didn't like it. So I sold it to another vendor for $25. It was in very good condition. This, so beautiful. I didn't want to let this go. And I found this it was like a mid-century estate sale where everything had been abandoned for like 20, 30 years. It was incredible. I tried to get my husband to buy the house because it was going to be sold, but it was really in need of a lot of repair. But this beautiful vase, they had like, it was in their kitchen and had like pencils and scissors in it. I looked it up online, and it is a brutalist vase, which I kind of had to look up what that was. But they had so much of this sort of thing, this type of furniture, which had already been sold. But one similar had sold for like $95 online. And this is one of those things where I'm so scared to ship it if I do post it online. So I was kind of like, well, why don't I just put it at a lower price in the booth and hope it sells? Well, I had it listed, I think, at 45, and somebody offered 35. So I did it begrudgingly, but it sold for 35. This beautiful table at that same estate sale, MCM, um, all the way. It was, I forget how much. It was either 15 or $20 when I purchased it, and it sold for 45. Oh, this hobnail milk glass lamp worked perfectly in beautiful condition. And this was just one of those random things that I came upon at a thrift store, one of my favorite thrift stores. If you live near me, you know which one I'm talking about. Don't tell anybody else about it. But I think it was 12 or $15, and just so beautiful. And it sold for 65. This is the before I wanted to share with you. And this is the last one. I forgot to include one other piece of furniture. I'll see if I can pull up a picture really quick. Okay, so at that same estate sale that I was telling you about, they had this beautiful bench, and it does have a like velvet cushion on it. But this is in my garage. This is the before. And this is a product that I've talked about before. It's Howard's Restore a Finish. It's not perfect, but this is the final piece. And you can see how it just filled in so much, but it still has some of that charm, where it's not perfect. So I think it made a huge difference. And just getting all of the cobwebs off of it too made a difference. So this sold for $250. And if I can't find a picture, I'll try to pop it in if I can. But the last thing that sold was this mahogany 3-tier tray table, also in its natural brown color, no painting or anything. It was $150, and I think I got it for like $60 at an estate sale. So that is my October pretty quick because it was a slow month. Let me know how your October was. Head over to Facebook and join our group if you haven't already. And please like and subscribe this video. It means so much to me and I appreciate you. And if you want to jump into my one of my upcoming videos that is all about what a group member sold for $50, head over to my group and find the notification, which will be tagged as featured. So I will talk to you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.